What's up, everybody? It's your boy Scott Lewis, apartment gamer and more. Just talking about the Brooklyn Nets game and the local stuff that's going on in Brooklyn. I'll put the chat so just in case anybody want to come in and talk a little bit. Put the link in. How's everybody doing? There's the link. We was talking about. I was on Big Fan Breezy. I'm gonna put a link in the bottom for Big Fan Breezy's podcast. One thing we was talking about was like how the politics play a role in the sports. It has a lot to do with, and how Dallas is breaking up. The Mavericks after beating on the Nets today. I also want to talk about how the draft and where our possibility of being able to get into the top 3, top 4. I also want to talk about a little bit about the position of the players in the draft. You will be surprised, like how we saw how Flag was 1 and Dylan Harper was 2 and Ace Bailey was 3. But that can change. I mean, things can change. You'd be surprised. I don't think Dylan Harper's position will change or Cooper Flag's. I think they'll be 1 and 2. Just like that. Cooper Flag would be 1 and Dylan Harper would be 2. I wouldn't be surprised if I would be a little surprised if somebody picked Dylan Harper at 1. But, yeah. There's VJ Edgecombe, which I think he's athletic and a good player, but a good college player. I think he's 18 years old. I'm not sure of his age. But, yeah, I don't think he's high up on the draft as people think he is. I think he can fall back a little bit. Trey Johnson reminds me of Cam Thomas a little bit. And I don't see him actually being that. I mean, why would the Nets need another Cam Thomas? They style is similar. They great shooters. Why would the Nets need to get Cam Thomas again? I mean, he's a little taller, but he doesn't play. He's not that great on defense. That's what he reminds me of. I mean, these guys are young. Some of them is like working, working in progress. Will they be, or could they be? They can swing either direction. Derek Queen is a player that I feel, he has a good upside, but he needs to be in the right situation as well. He needs to be in a position where, he can develop as well. He has skill set. Everybody in the top 10 has some great skill set. It's whether they are in the right situation with the right team that makes the difference. I also see, is there a chance that the Nets can move around in the draft, trade off some asset? Yeah, it's possible. It doesn't happen that often. They have an opportunity to move down in the draft because they have enough picks to wheel around at that time. But I don't think that would be the best thing to do. And my personal thing is that there's talent in the middle of first rounds. You know, a lot of people think there's no talent there. Like it's only the top 10. I disagree. I think that it has a lot to do with your coaching and your coaching staff and your owner, your organization, how they want to develop. Are they willing to develop some players? Are they willing to, bring in the right people to fit the right thing? It takes a little luck and skill. You got to be lucky to get the right players with a certain mindset. Everybody's not going to be a superstar. In order to develop a team, you got to have the right coach, the right GM to get the right people in position to do their job. And then you need some luck because players get injured. Things happen. Clearly, I thought the Nets could have won the championship at the time of the COVID. If it wasn't for some outside entities changing that. It was a one-shot deal. I can't get mad at Sean Marks for swinging for the fence. Some teams do that. Some organizations do it, and some organizations don't. Even the ones that don't do it, they're not winning titles. They're not winning titles. You got a whole team full of, look at OKC. Yeah, they win games. Do you think they mature enough to win titles with the young players? A bunch of young, it's exciting. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Are they capable of paying for all the players that's on their team when their contract's out? Where do you think they're going to be in the next couple of years? Still on top of the West? Well, they'll be in the playoffs. They're a good team. Got good players. Shea is an outstanding player. We know that. I'm not knocking how they got there and the system that they did. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I'm trying to say that because this is a copycat league and players and stuff, try to, and organizations copy other people's formula of winning. But look how Boston won. Tried and true. They took their time. They went through the draft. They also went through free agency. It wasn't just one way that you got there. They had a coach on the sideline who became the GM. Took the GM job. Nothing changed. They knew the plan from the beginning. It's just that he was probably better as a GM. It worked. They got a coach from within that groomed and kept the key two or three players key and added another one, and boom, a championship. Drew Holiday is an excellent piece to fit on any team, any championship team. That's how we can say build that way. Well, you could do what OKC did, get a bunch of draft picks. Everybody on that team is going to be off their rookie contract. First contract, everybody's going to be looking to get paid. Now, unless they want to do like Jalen Brunson did, take a pay cut. Or did he really take a pay cut? Did he really? I mean, I don't know. I had never heard nobody wanting to take less. But, hey, it works for the Knicks. And it works for him. And his father is on his sixth coach. I wonder how much he's getting paid. No, it's not my business, really, be honest. But I'm saying sometimes when something looks blue and somebody's trying to tell you it's green, it's really blue. Talking about when people give you the perception that that's not happening, but you can see it. You can see things. It ain't like ain't like nobody out here is stupid. We get it. It's about winning. It's always been about winning. So that people do what they need to do to win. I just wanted to get up here and talk a little bit. Maybe somebody will try to jump on if anybody was around. But I had a lot on my mind. What the owner of the Nets would want to do with the team. Some people think that he doesn't care. I think he cares. I think he let when things happen the way it did, and he see the politics in the city, which is kind of crazy. Politics here is crazy. The Nets got to fight against the city and the Knicks organization, not the fans. I mean, fans are fans. People talk crap. It's okay. I talk crap. People give all kind of names about teams. I hear all kind of names, crazy names. It is what it is. It's definitely a tough place, New York City. You got people working against you that work right in your midst. Yeah, your enemy is closer than you think. Sometimes they be an arm length away, arm distance away. But it's okay. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. You make it happen. You're a New Yorker. You're a Brooklyn. You're a Brooklynite. You do it. You make it happen. You take what you got and you make it happen. Okay. I just wanted to get up here for a few minutes and talk. Get this off my chest because I have a feeling like this draft will be real big for the Brooklyn Nets. It's going to lead to big and better things. Been a Brooklyn Net fan. I've been a Net fan since Dr. J played at the Coliseum in Long Island. In Nassau Coliseum. Seen him when I was small. Was hooked in. Like, I was in a household where everybody was Knicks fans. Which is cool. I used to watch them too. Like, one of my favorite players is Clyde Frazier. Always has been. Always will be. So I have a sore spot for the Knicks, the Tangerines, as some people call them. But they New Yorkers. I get it. But I've been a Net fan since the ABA. I didn't like the idea of them going to Jersey. They couldn't be in New York. Knicks wasn't going to allow that. The politics wouldn't allow that. But they fought their way to stay in Brooklyn. Brooklyn as a borough was in the Renaissance. They was building. investing. There was a lot of investment in downtown Brooklyn. I watched and I actually seen it with my own eyes. So, things change. People gravitate where the money is being spent. That's true anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. So, yeah, I was happy. If I was really happy when they coming to New York. Oh, they coming to Brooklyn. Oh my God. You couldn't. I was in joy. It was like joy. I was so happy when they came. And after all, since 2012, they've been here. Seen a lot, good and bad. To get to this point where they actually have their own draft picks and picking their own players and stuff, it's a wonderful thing to see. It's a great place to play. Brooklyn players, people in Brooklyn are tough. We're tough. We come from that mold. Just like Knicks fans. Tough. They ain't going to stop loving their team regardless of how bad or good they are. I get it. And I'm not neither. And you should get that. So we'll make things happen. I mean, in the draft, we got a good opportunity to get in top 3. I'm good with that. I'm good with top 4. I'm good with top 5. Actually, I'm good all the way to the top 10. You get what you get. You get the best available and that can fit. Some people feel like you don't get the best available. Sometimes you get what fits you. I have a tendency of getting like the best available that what fits you. Well, meaning if you need a point guard, get the best available point guard. But, if you fall in the top 3, you're going to just get the best talent, period, in the draft. I get that too. So I've been watching the NCAA tournament. It's hard to keep up with all the games because it's like you got to be up all night, all day. I mean, you could be watching games for days. It's exciting. I get it. It takes a lot of patience to watch all them games, and then you're trying to pick out who. Not everybody in the draft is playing in the tournament. Not everybody in the top 10 of the draft, projected draft, is in the tournament. So, we'll see. We will see. We will see. I watched some of the games and I was a little disappointed with St. John. I thought they could have did better. Played hard, they played, but it just didn't happen. Couldn't hit their shots. That's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you don't hit. It's okay. Next year. I don't know if some of the players coming out this draft, but they got a good program going on there. Next year. Duke is playing well. Duke is playing as expected. Maryland is playing well. Derek Queen, you know. I think Derek Queen is probably the best center coming out. All around center. Not the best as the best I've ever seen, but, you know, in this draft class, he looks good. Even the first game that they played, he didn't even really do that much. But he didn't have to. He played his role. He played the role that fit for that game, what he needed to do. Sign of maturity. I'm only going to do what's necessary to win. If it means that I don't score, I'm not shooting, that I'm passing, then so be it. He shows that maturity. Cooper, it's the same thing. Shows a lot of maturity to his game. Do I think anybody is a superstar? You never know who's who. You never know how it fits with the coaching staff of any team, especially I'm looking from a perspective of the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know. But knowing Brooklyn, knowing the culture here and the way, you know, the way the city is, we gravitate to guards and we produce some great guards. It would be nice to see it would be nice to get Harper. That would be the best case scenario, I think, for the Nets. That's my opinion. New York, Brooklynites, Brooklyn people from Brooklyn. We know we produce some guards. So in Queens and everywhere. Everywhere in Brooklyn. Everywhere in New York City. Some of the best guards. It would fit the tradition that this borough has. Yeah. So it's a possibility that we get in the top three. It's always a possibility. It's a lottery. But, yeah, I look forward to it. So, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I didn't want to stay on too long. Just wanted to get up here and get that off my chest. But like and subscribe. If you have any comments, leave a comment. Leave a comment. You know, leave a comment. I'll write you back. I'll read it. And thank you. Like and subscribe. Later. Peace.